Good evening. Tonight, we turn our focus to Romania, where European leaders have gathered in a powerful show of solidarity on NATO's eastern flank. Against the backdrop of heightened security concerns and Moscow's ongoing intimidation tactics, Romania has emerged as a pivotal state at the crossroads of European defence and transatlantic unity. The visit began with a warm welcome, captured in the guests' opening words. Thank you very much, Mr. President, dear Nikiko. Thank you very much for the warm welcome here in Romania. That note of gratitude was followed by a symbolic tour of Constanța, Romania's critical military port on the Black Sea, and the Mihail Kogalnicianu air base, known as a cornerstone of NATO's forward defence posture. This was more than ceremony. It was recognition of Romania's unique role in securing Europe's southeastern flank. The Black Sea has become one of the most contested waters in the world since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. By hosting NATO troops, surveillance aircraft and naval operations, Romania ensures that Europe is not only defended, but actively projecting strength. The message was direct. You help keep Europe safe in the air and waters of the Black Sea. And more than ever, Romania is a key asset for European security and a key partner of NATO's eastern flank. In those words, Romania was cast not as a bystander, but as a nation essential to the balance of power. The speech then turned to democracy and resilience. Over the past months, Romania has endured waves of disinformation campaigns, textbook examples of Moscow's hybrid warfare. Yet the country's democratic institutions held firm. As the guest declared, over the past month, Romania has shown impressive resilience of its democracy and its institutions. This was not simply praise. It was a recognition that Europe's defences are not only military but also political, built on the ability to withstand manipulation and intimidation. Attention then shifted to Romania's role in supporting its neighbours, Ukraine and Moldova. You are very strong, ironclad and reliable supporters of Ukraine and Moldova. You resist intimidations that are usually part of Moscow's playbook, but this only makes our resilience stronger. These words highlighted that Romania's defiance reinforces the resolve of Europe as a whole. But speeches alone are not enough. The address stressed the need for resources. We know that we need a surge in defence investment, and for that now we have the financing. The European Union has committed to an extraordinary package, €800 billion until 2030, a sum reflecting the scale of today's security challenges. At the heart of this effort lies the SAFE instrument. As described, SAFE is an instrument of €150 billion, and I am very glad that 19 countries subscribe to SAFE for joint procurement. This includes Romania, and this is great news. SAFE, short for Security and Defence Financing, marks a decisive break with the past. For decades, Europe bought weapons separately, often duplicating costs and creating inefficiencies. With SAFE, member states are pooling resources, buying together and building collective strength. During the naval base visit, the first outlines of SAFE's impact were already visible. Romania's Navy is considering projects funded by this scheme. It was for me very interesting to see the first ideas for projects of the Navy for the potential use of the SAFE loans. The declaration that SAFE is already now fully subscribed, and this is a big success, underscored that Europe's defence integration is no longer aspirational, it is happening. SAFE is not only about Europe. Funds can also be directed toward Ukraine, whether in supplying critical capabilities or investing directly in Ukraine's defence industry. This reflects a profound shift. European leaders see Ukraine not as a temporary recipient of aid, but as an integral partner in shaping a common security future. Implementation will be key. A roadmap to be presented to the European Council in the fall will identify capability gaps and set targets and milestones, as the speaker emphasised, because we know that only what gets measured gets done. These are words that reveal a new European seriousness. Defence will be treated with measurable accountability, not vague promises. Sustainability was also highlighted. Plans for the next European budget cycle include tripling border security funding, increasing defence investment fivefold, and boosting military mobility tenfold. For decades, defence budgets were politically sensitive, often sidelined. Today, Europe appears ready to prioritise them, even at the cost of reshuffling other financial commitments. The speech also extended beyond Romania with a poignant reference to Moldova. Last week was Moldova's Independence Day, and we celebrated Moldova's democracy, the unbreakable spirit of its people, and their love for freedom. Moldovans have chosen the democratic path, the European path, and we will stand by them always. For a small nation under constant Russian pressure, these words were both reassurance and warning. Europe will not allow Moldova to be abandoned. The remarks then returned to Romania's domestic scene, recognising the government's reform efforts. You have worked hard to bring the deficit under control. You have advanced reforms and you are modernising your economy. By linking Romania's economic policies with EU support, the message reinforced that prosperity and security are interdependent. The closing words carried both optimism and resolve. Romania has everything it needs to set its economy on the right trajectory. Above all, you have the political will, which is the most important ingredient. The implication was clear: resources matter, but political determination is the true driver of progress. In the end, this was more than a diplomatic exchange. It was a statement of European resolve delivered on the Black Sea coast. Romania was praised as a reliable ally, a resilient democracy, a defender of Ukraine and Moldova, and a nation ready to modernise its own economy while strengthening Europe's collective security. The visit to Constanța and the Mihail Kogălnicianu air base symbolised the physical backbone of NATO's eastern defences. The commitments of €800 billion until 2030 and €150 billion under SAFE demonstrated the financial backbone, and the pledges of solidarity with Moldova and Ukraine reflected the moral backbone. Together, they formed one message: the defence of Romania is the defence of Europe itself.